Okay, here's my tutorial on how to draw a portrait. This is kind of my philosophy. I've developed it over probably 21 years of just my own artistic practice. It's kind of evolved from my taste in animation and modern artists and comic books, and so the philosophy kind of developed as a way of merging together a lot of different artists that I really loved, and a lot of scrolling on Pinterest and determining what my style was and how to achieve that. So you want to start with a structure. I'm not gonna do this huge. We'll start with a circle though. You can be really rough with these because really what you want is a really nice circle, and we're gonna erase a lot of this anyway. So we take this structure, and from here we're going to build our face. So I'm going to start by bringing a couple lines down from this circle. So if I move things around, it's just a little easier for me. We're going to draw a line that connects this circle, or where this line touches the circle. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead. I can change the length because every face is different. But I'm going to go ahead and connect those lines into a chin. And again, every single part of the face is different for every single person. That's part of what makes it fun ultimately. So this line here is going to be basically it can be either the tops or the middles of the eyebrow. And then between that line and the bottom of the circle, equidistant, is going to be where the eyes should line up. And then you're going to make two more intersections or lines right here. This will be where the nose will touch, the bottom of the nose, and this is where your mouth will hit. So I'm going to start with the eyebrows. I like to start with what is going to be closest to the viewer, because then I can draw other things behind it. So you can see as I draw this, the eyebrows are going to be touching that line. One thing to note is that eyebrows should be sisters and not twins, so it doesn't matter if they don't match perfectly. At least that's what I've been told. Okay, so from here I'll go ahead and take the eyes. Like I said before, I put these eyebrows first so that I could put things behind them if I needed to. So the eyes, a lot of the time, rest behind the eyebrows. The eyebrows, when you think about it, if there's a skull under here and your eye sits within this socket, you want to draw the eyebrows so they're resting on the top portion of that socket. And then the eyes will kind of come into it. So I'll kind of shape those eyes. Looks kind of mad. It's alright. Okay, from here I'll go ahead and draw the nose. I'm just getting shapes in at this point. This is like the standard anatomy, facial structure for an adult. I've noticed that for children, their noses end a little bit higher here. Their whole face is shortened, but everything kind of grows down from the eyes, it seems. So the older you get, the longer your nose seems to be. That's not always true. Anatomy people, come at me if you think that's wrong. From here I will connect this nose. So you can see that I'm leading the bridge of their nose underneath the eyebrow to kind of follow that socket I was talking about earlier. And you don't need to draw every line. You just want to have enough detail to get the point across. If you put in too much detail, then you kind of have to continue that detail throughout the entire piece, or else it'll look kind of sloppy. But I like to just put in enough detail, since these are short, fast drawings. And then now that I have that figured out, I can just get rid of that reference line and focus on the other parts, just because those can get distracting and kind of like keep you from really understanding where the other parts of the face should line up. Okay, I like that a lot. We're going to go ahead and finish this mouth. It's gonna have a little bit downturned. We'll do a lower lip, and we will do an upper lip. Notice that I made the lower lip significantly smaller, or the upper lip significantly thinner than the lower lip. That's more common in men. Obviously, women have thicker upper lips than men do. We could really, like, the eyes could come down lower, but I kind of like it for this specific person. Okay, one thing to take note of is that if you draw your eyes without touching the eyelids, it's gonna look really weird. Your eyes rest underneath your eyelids, and so it's okay to have this relaxed look, to have your eyes just barely resting underneath. And even then, I could probably make them bigger, but I kind of like where it is. I'm gonna put a little light in there before I put the pupil in. Just draw like just claim some space for that light, so the person looks like they are in a lighted environment. I'm gonna darken this eye a little bit, and then I like to kind of fill in my detail like as I go. And then I can do like a final pass in the end. But okay. I really like it. We're gonna go ahead and give him some wrinkles just to give him a little bit of character. That's really where the character comes out, is in their wrinkles, and you can see how their emotions shape the person that they are. Okay. Just kind of darkening these lines a little bit. Okay. So from here, I can go ahead. I erased this line already. I erased the circle. But essentially, you can line up the ears, or at least where they connect to the face, around the same line as the eye. And some people have ears that sit back. Some people don't, like me, unfortunately. Okay. There's my ears. And like all these things, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but I practiced these individual features a lot. I got to know what different features looked like, and I'm constantly like analyzing faces to see the differences in people and why one person looks different from another. You don't really think about it until you start looking at these things to represent them. So like the distance between the bottom part of their lip and their chin makes a huge difference. And how far forward their eyes sit, or far back their eyes sit behind the eyebrow, or how wide the bridge of their nose is. These are all things to consider. This person, I would like them to have kind of curly hair, and I like to kind of just feel the movement. I'm actually going to start up here. I do that more for curly hair than I do for straight hair because I feel like curly hair has more of a need to like see the gravity. So I like to start at the top and then think about how the gravity would pull it down and how the rigidity of the hair would pull it back up. So I just let my pencil guide me. You can just make it up, really. But kind of get these shapes. You can let... Obviously, like, the ends of the hair, if they have longer hair, it's going to end out over here. You might have some end over here, so you put a little end over there. And then do this little part here. There's going to be some hair that ends here. Some that ends down here. You want to get all the ends of the hair and then think about how the hair is going to curl back. I actually do not like that, so I need to get rid of that. Okay. And you don't need to draw every individual hair. You just need to draw the basic shapes of the curls. And then the viewer will kind of be able to infer that the rest of the hair is there, obviously. You want a silhouette. It's really important to understand where the hairline should end, because if you do it too high, they look too old. And I mean, if you're trying to go for a younger person like this, but if you do it too low, they look almost childish, and sometimes it can look unnatural. And so you want to consider that as you're doing it. And then you're gonna do the neck, which most of the time it'll come straight down from the sides of your eyes, right here. So I'll take that line and I'll do a little bit of a curve. I'm not gonna do the whole shirt, body, whatever. I'm just gonna cut it off right here. Do a little collarbone. And you can show where the muscles of the neck lead to the collarbone. That's one I always like to put in there. And that's kind of it. We can do like some shading here if you want. You could take it as far as you want, but I think I like where that ended, so I'm going to put my signature and call it. So thanks for watching. Try it out and let me know how it goes.